took such strong exception to. Didn't he say that if somebody strikes you on one cheek, offer the other one? Such a mild, humane religious teaching is so wonderful. You know, if actually Christians follow this teaching, it would be a very great addition to human values. But the society reacted against it most violently. And it was Jesus whose advent became responsible for a forged unity among the non-Christian sects in Judaism. Prior to that, they were split and divided. The moment Jesus appeared, they got together, only in enmity against him. This is exactly what you are observing today. The founder of the Ahmadiyya community did not claim himself to be one of the scholars of Islam with better understanding of Islam. What he claimed was that he is that reformer whose advent was prophesied by the holy founder of Islam himself. That was the moment of the enmity which I am referring to. Then all the sects of Islam, within Islam, joined forces against him. So that all the sects in 1974 in Pakistan unanimously declared that this is the sect which must be thrown out of the pale of Islam. On that fatal day, it was decided by a unanimous decision that Shias would remain Muslim even if they declare Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq and Hazrat Umar and Usman to be genuine, honest Muslims. Now, even if they declare them to be hypocrites and the leaders of the hypocrites, let them do it. It wouldn't hurt their Islam. But if they declare Mirza Ghulam Ahmed to be right, then their Islam will go overboard. Also, it was decided that those who bow to the graves of dead saints, who beg from trees and the graves and the so-called holy people of their time, and believe that they can grant them their requests. This is shirk, truly speaking, in Islam. This is idolatry. They say they were granted a certificate of Islam on that day because they decided that they can live in a give and take understanding with them and those who believe them to be idolaters prior to this event. Now this is something which I must develop further a little bit. Prior to the 6th of September 74, the sects which I am referring to as idolaters are Brahmanis. They believe in dead saints and their powers to grant their begging, whatever they like, and so on and so forth. They believe that the Holy Prophet of Islam shares the power of omnipresence with God. Whenever you mention him, he is there. These are the people who are referred to as Brahmanis. Prior to this event, the Wahhabis, who are the followers of Maulana Abdul Wahhab of Saudi Arabia, were adamant in declaring them to be idolaters. They said they and Islam don't go hand in hand together. It's impossible for you to believe in these things and to remain Muslims. On that fatal day, both joined forces and declared that whether you believe in graves, whether you prostrate before the dead people or not, you still remain Muslim. Whether you declare such people, being a Wahhabi, as kafirs and pakka kafirs, still you and they both are Muslims. Only Ahmadis are not Muslims. They decided on that day on these, paradoxes, which can't go together. So a sort of Islam was created in which in one concept of Islam, 72 sects were shoved into one bag. And the label was, these are Muslims, whatever views they hold, it does not matter. On the other hand, there was a small bag in which only Ahmadis were shoved. They were declared non-Muslims. So why were they not mixed with the rest of the non-Muslims? Why a small bag? Because people in that bag continued to endorse the fundamentals of Islam. At the pain of punishment, they continue to declare the fundamental article of Muslim faith, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. And for committing the same crime of declaring there is no God but one and Prophet Muhammad is a true prophet of God, they have been declared even by judges of High Court to have forfeited their life. He said, an Ahmadi who claims the unity of God in the terms that Islam claims it, who confirms to the prophethood's truth, the truth of Muhammad Rasulullah's prophethood, they lose their right to live. Any Tom, Dick and Harry can murder them in the streets, and he should not be punished. I'm not talking of a mullah's decision, I'm talking of a High Court decision which was later on confirmed by the Supreme Court of Pakistan. So this is the small bag I refer to, in which there are peoples who cannot declare, who cannot affirm to the unity of God, even if they so desire. The rest of the non-Muslims can. They will not be punished. If a Christian declares La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah by the law of the land, he will not be punished. If a Hindu does so, he will not be punished. If a Sikh does so, he will not be punished. Only Ahmadis will be punished for this crime of declaring a fundamental truth. So it's up to you to decide who is right and who is wrong. Thank you.
Now I invite Mr. Abdul Rashid. He is HIV/AIDS Support Service. He's from Chiswick. Mr. Abdul Rashid.
From?
Chiswick.
No, what else did you say about?
He is a HIV/AIDS Support Service.
Ah, right.
Assalamu alaikum.
Well,
my question to you is, HIV and AIDS is a big problem for all mankind, for all kinds of communities.
right.
That doesn't say that Muslims are not infected by HIV and AIDS.
Who said?
Muslims
Are not affected.
That is what is all widely said, basically, from people.
This is wrong.
Well, there is a big denial about
AIDS
it.
is going out of control in Pakistan among the Muslims, and I know many Muslims in Africa who are heavily suffering from AIDS.
No, maybe I didn't make myself clear. A lot of Muslims deny that it is a big issue within the Muslim community. That's why a lot
For
of...
the time being, maybe, yes. But
And
not for all the time to come.
So if, as you may as well know, because what you just said, a lot of brothers and sisters who are HIV infected, suffering from AIDS, go in hiding and basically while dying in separation. What is or should be the correct approach from Muslims towards Muslims who are HIV positive?
Please sit down, I'll explain. You see, the issue of AIDS does not relate to any particular religion today. It relates to an immoral behavior in man which has been supported by the modern societies in the name of human freedom. The modern societies continue to declare that it is for any man to indulge in homosexuality or in heterosexuality, in all sorts of sexuality, and he is not answerable to anything, to anybody. Even in religions it is being proposed that homosexuals are no longer looked down with wrath by Allah like the people of Sodom were once. They are even free now to title holders of churches, office holders